If you find yourself struggling with sleep, falling asleep, staying asleep, and maybe just feel a general sense of anxiety around the idea of getting to sleep or getting enough sleep, one place to start is sleep hygiene. So, sleep hygiene can be some practical tools that help to start to train and orient your mind and body towards sleep. Now, listening to these different options, start with something. You don't have to do all of them, and try to be consistent over a long period of time because they might not work the first time that you try them. But what you're doing is just trying a new routine to help to potentially get a different result. Sometimes people will say, this doesn't work, that doesn't work. But what you're doing is not working either, and so it's worth trying, right? What we're doing is not working, so it's worth trying something different, trying on something for a change. So, one of the first things to do with sleep hygiene is to have a set bedtime and wake up time that we're going to use. Of course, we can have flexibility by having a general sense of I get to bed by 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock or something like that. And then an hour before you're getting ready to go to bed, start to prepare yourself to get to bed. Limit conversations. Start to listen to more relaxing music. Don't open up a horror movie that's going to activate yourself. Watch some kind of maybe relaxing things so that your mind's starting to calm down. Try to set aside the things for tomorrow with using things like meditation or yoga. You need to be careful with exercise if it's really heavy because it can actually wake you up, but maybe some like yin yoga where it's just kind of light and stretchy and kind of relaxing. You can use things like taking a hot bath. Adding Epsom salts can be very helpful because one, the hot bath is going to relax your body, but the Epsom salts will be absorbed through your skin, which also have a tendency to relax your body because there's magnesium in them. You can also think about salt baths as a very purifying experience where it actually pulls out different toxins and different things in your body that are toxic, and also kind of in your subtle body, your energy helps to kind of clear that out. When you go into getting ready for bed, I also find it helpful to have bedtime clothes that you put on way before because again, it's training your mind this it's time for bed, which will over time will help it start to click into gear because our brain likes to go into autopilot. It doesn't want to have to think about what it's doing. So if you start these rituals, it can be quite helpful. Other things that you can use is your sense of smell. So, different essential oils can be relaxing and calming, and you can start to use those. Put those on your pillow, maybe put some lotion on with it. I also like to do smudging, burning, Palo Santo or sage, and just imagine kind of clearing out my day, the energy, the residual energy from my day, just being kind of cleared out through the process. And it also smells quite nice, so that's perfect. When it comes to your actual bed, you want to make sure that you're only using your bed for sleep or for sexual activity, but not having a TV in the room or doing a lot of things working in your bed. You want that space to be very specifically used and making sure that it's very comfortable, making sure that your room's dark, making sure that you're limiting screen time before bed. You can actually buy, I have glasses that I bought online that filter out the lights that activate us because we're mainly exposed to artificial light, and that light actually activates our brain. So those glasses, I can still use my phone or watch TV, but it's clearing out those light rays that are going to maybe have it's more of a difficult time falling asleep. The other piece too is supplements can be very helpful, and there's a lot of over-the-counter supplements. If you decide to go the supplement route, it's really important if you're taking other medications or have a doctor to check with them before you do this. Different amino acids like tryptophan you can get online. It's the piece in turkey that makes you sleepy after Thanksgiving because you eat turkey. You can take tryptophan. You can take GABA, which is another amino acid. This is not prescription medication. You can also take melatonin. Some people's pineal gland does not produce a lot of melatonin, and melatonin helps us stay asleep. You can also look at different kinds of herbs, like willow bark is one. You could use chamomile tea, right? Like that, it is actually relaxing. You could have like a cup of chamomile tea before bed. So these are some ideas to help you in kind of your sleep journey. Grounding mats can also be helpful, and you like at home I have a grounding pillow and a grounding sheet, and I found my sleep got substantially better when I make sure to use those at night. And finally, it's just making changes in your daily routine until you find something that works for you, not defaulting to endlessly scrolling online or watching one more show. You have to prioritize the sleep to benefit yourself. If you're not getting solid sleep, it's impacting your mental health and also your physical health. So it becomes very important to do that. And if none of these work, then talk to a doctor about a sleeping aid medication so that you make sure that you're getting sleep.